you look at that, to your point, all of those players that either expire at the end of this year, but even next year, as you say, you can look at that list. Who in your mind's eye is going to be here? Who is signing an extension? Who do you want to be here? Who do you realistically think is going to be a Calgary Flame beyond the end of next season? And if the answer is not that guy, then he's fucking gone. And do it now. And I'm just picking a name. Noah Hannafin. You'd get something.
Oh, you get a shitload for him.
For Noah Hannafin.
Yeah, you would. You get a first plus, I'd assume.
Right?
He's a top pair minute munching guy.
And does it cut you right at the ankles if you're the Flames right now? Not really. You got to replace him. You got to move those minutes. You find you can go and you can chase the playoffs this year. You can get in and all that. The whole just give me a chance. Fuck. If you're hoping for 0-4 over again, what do you got to cross? Fingers, toes, cross them all, because that's the only. It would take an absolute miracle.
So let's look at those guys. Backlund's been a career Flame. I think everyone would understand if he wants to move on or the team wants to part ways. Like, if this is going to be a rebuild, it doesn't feel like a spot you want to be at in the last few years.
I think he wants to stay here forever, because I think he's here forever.
I was going to say, I don't want to interrupt you, but he's maybe the one guy I think that would have the roots that would.
And so let's go elsewhere. Like, Toffoli's an easy guy to move. He's a scoring guy that can play in the top six. That's easy. A guy like Lindholm is a cornerstone piece for this organization. And here's my gut on Elias Lindholm. He ain't having a fun time this year. And so if you wanted to talk extension with him this summer, he's going to say, I'm not even thinking about it if the coach is here. And so again, the coach becomes a massive issue here. Like, I think if you like Lindholm and Hannafin and you want to build around them, you could bring them back. But there's no way they're signing up for more of this shit. They look like they hate their lives. He's on pace for 20 fucking goals.
I don't know.
Like, who wants to sign up for more Daryl if you have the choice to go elsewhere? I don't think it was a small part of where Matthew Tkachuk decided to do what he did. Like, do we? I
don't necessarily disagree, Retro. I just look at it from real life standpoint. If you're at a job and you like your coworkers and you like what you do, but you hate your boss.
But why? I get it. And I'm not saying, and Daryl is a lightning rod and he's a prick and all of it. But Lindholm's a guy that had success with him last year and didn't hate him. And all of a sudden he does. Now that can change year over year. All I want to say is, don't give the guys in the room passing grades just because they're players.
Yeah, no one's
take some effing responsibility, right? Hey, do you know what I mean? Like,
would Daryl have been easier to get along with last year? Would Daryl have been easier to play for last year when they weren't struggling 100%. To this degree?
100%.
And the other thing is, of course, winning is the greatest medicine, right? We get it. Like, you can put up with a lot of shit when the wins are stacking up. And just like on the flip side, you want to see guys that were pals that all of a sudden don't even want to look at each other and just throw in 5 losses in a row. Like, it's poison. We get it. We understand that. But there's also the grind that he asks out of you. And you're like, okay, the end of the year's coming. Like, I'm almost there. Am I going to re-up to do more of this? Or like, when I got buddies playing on other teams, they love the fucking guys. I'm talking to Mika Zibanejad in New York. They love Gerard Gallant. Holy fuck. Like, why would I sign up for this? If I can go anywhere, why would I sign up for more of this grinding, playing every single game like it's game 7? It's not.
I listened to the Spit and Chicklets podcast this week, and those guys in the same podcast, they had Rod Brindamore on and Ryan Suzuki. And Brindamore, we've said right across, who wouldn't want to play for this guy?
The guy?
Everybody that played with him respects him. All those players love him. He's got a very good team, but they love playing for that guy. You hear him talk, you just see the way he conducts himself. Yeah, I would take shit from that guy. If he comes at me, that it hits me hard because I know where it's coming from. Suzuki comes on in the same podcast. They ask him about Marty St. Louis. He's like, we fucking love Marty St. Louis. The guy's unbelievable. He's hard on us, but we know what he's done. He's fair with us. And they're a shitty team. They're out of a playoff picture.
Yeah.
I just don't know, man. I like Daryl, right? We've shot the shit. We've known Daryl for years.
I'm not making an excuse for Daryl. I'm not trying to deflect from Daryl. I think Daryl is a major, and he has to be. He's the head coach.